To prompt or not to prompt? That's a good question. This is really something that is a personal preference and will vary depending on your needs and how well you know the information you're going to be talking about. In my opinion, and this is only my opinion, using a teleprompter doesn't come across as natural or as genuine as if I'm just delivering information that I know from my heart. So even though I know the topic and the key points that I want to make, I don't need to have everything written out to get from point A to point B and from point B to point C. As long as I know what the points are, I can use my knowledge of the information to give you details without having to have everything scripted out verbatim, word for word. Now again, this is a personal choice and something that you might feel you need to be prompted or to have a written script for exactly what you're going to say. In general, though, I find that being able to not be reading off of something allows me to deliver the information in a more conversational or natural way. So when it comes to using a prompter, well, I don't. If you are going to go this route, if you perhaps don't know the information that you're going to be talking about as well, or you're not as well read on a certain specific topic and you need prompting, I would highly recommend against putting notes either below the camera or above the camera, because this can look very off-putting to the viewer when you're constantly glancing below the shot or above the shot. Remember, the idea of these videos is to have a conversation with the viewer. So I don't want to be talking at them or reading information off of a script when I'm not looking and making eye contact with them. So again, that's another reason why I think it's better to have key points in an outline that I know I need to get from one to the next, instead of having everything written out and just regurgitating the information off of a script that's placed below the camera. If you do decide to go that route of having a teleprompter, then I highly recommend using a prompter app. There are a lot of apps available on the tablet devices that can give you the feel of a real teleprompter. You simply import your documents or your written script and it will play it back like a teleprompter. If you're going to use this, put it as close to the lens of the camera as possible, either just below, just above, or just to the side, so that you can still make eye contact with the camera and not be looking too far off reading a script. What I've been doing this entire time is referring to my notes on my iPad, and I simply have that just on the table below me, and I haven't been looking down at it, but in between takes, or if I do forget what the next topic is, I can easily glance down and know what I need to talk about next. So just having points written out on a card or a sheet of paper can sometimes be much easier to just give you references of starting points or where you need to go next.